Hello guys, Josh from 2000 here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Red Hood and the Outlaws Rebirth issues 0 to 3. So let's kick off with issue 0. Issue 0, which I have in my hand right now, issue 0 is it's another retelling of the Jason Todd origin story. Okay, I understand for those of you that are new to the character you need this, but seriously, DC, again, you did it for New 52, you've done it in the Batman books before now. I think it's about time we stop repackaging this same story. Okay, I'll give them credit, they tried to add some new stuff into it, and they did. The cover art on it is incredibly nice. You probably, bringing the cover art up right now, so you should be seeing the cover art now. The cover art looks incredibly nice. This one, we don't see the other Outlaws in it. It's just, we don't see the other Outlaws in this one. We just see Jason, and we see Batman in it though. He interacts with Batman, has a bit of a scuffle with him. But I'm not gonna there should be a spoiler alert at the start of the video, so I'm gonna do a brief plot summary of each of them. This one is literally just setting up Jason's motivations for what is gonna happen in the later books. It's nothing particularly special. As I've said, it's just a repackage of the origin story. At least this time it's told from Jason's point of view. You get Jason's whole view on how it happened. Last time it was Joker that told it. Then straight on to issue 1, issue 0 and issue 1 are both called issue 1 in Rebirth. That bugs me. But issue 1, let's get straight on to issue 1. Issue 1, we see Red Hood, and he's working with Black Mask. Yeah, I did say there's going to be some minor spoilers, and it's just basically, he's working with Black Mask, and he's like, it's build up, and we see the second member of the Outlaws right at the end of issue 2. So, issue 2, again, so far guys, unfortunately, these Rebirth issues, other than the way they write Jason Todd in it, there's nothing much to write home about, because I think at the moment these are just setups. I mean, until we get to about issue 7, I don't think we're going to see anything particularly groundbreaking. I mean, it was like that with Red Hood and Outlaws. I mean, I have the volume versions of the New 52 Red Hood and Outlaws, and we got to about, it was only when I got to about volume 3 I was actually really interested in what was going on, because anyway, never mind, I'll get into that in a later video. Anyway, volume 2, let's go on to volume 2. Volume 2 is called, and now, it introduces the second member of the team, that is Artemis. Who is Artemis, you may ask? Artemis is an Amazonian character that I believe is new. Hang on, that is my phone. I apologize. That I believe is new. And you get introduced to her, and her and Jason have a bit of a fight, and then they try and work together, and it blows up spectacularly in their faces. But thankfully, Jason manages to keep his cover. I'm not gonna get into it. As I've said, there's minor spoilers in this. I'm not gonna go massively into detail. And then finally, we come to issue 3 of this series, which is the one where we get introduced to Bizarro. Now, it's now where I sit down and I talk about the teams themselves. New 52, we had Jason, Starfire, and Roy Harper, or Arsenal, as he was called. And that team, I could see that team working, and at times in the New 52 comics it did. It just, anyway, I think sometimes it was a bit detrimental with the writing, which, okay, so far, in Rebirth, I'm not too sure about the team. They've thrown 2 totally random characters, in my opinion, in with Jason, and I'm just thinking, seriously, just give us a Red Hood solo book already. You're running out of people to throw him into a team with. I don't know what to say about this, but anyway, I think it could go somewhere if done right. If not, it's going to blow up spectacularly like it did last time. And I think it's just going to get to a point where they either don't bother doing a Red Hood book, or they do a solo. And if they do end up going in that direction, I prefer they do a solo. But anyway, putting that to one side, the way Red Hood is written in all three of these issues is good. The character appears to have more influence from his pre-52 self, which isn't bad. There's elements from New 52, and also issue 3 has an element from Detective Comics coming to it, the Rebirth Detective Comics. Not going to mention that because it's a massive spoiler for one of the Detective Comics issues. But Jason passes a casual comment that, to me, I wasn't happy with. I wasn't happy that he made that decision, because I don't think Jason would have done, because his character in this is basically a merger of his pre-52 and New 52 self. And I don't think the New 52 version of himself would have done that. I think he would have done something else. But, you know, if any of you have read that Detective Comics issue, or read Red Hood and Outlaws issue 3, you probably know what I'm on about. But, anyway, guys, it sounds like I hate these issues, but I don't. I enjoy them, and they're getting there, I think. It's just taking time to build up with them, which is a bit unfortunate, really. I'd like the build-up to be done in the first 2 issues, but, you know, sometimes the build-up takes a bit longer. But what you gonna do, eh? We take what we can get. One final note, I'm not a fan of Black Mask's new mask design. I preferred his pre-52 design. I might pull up his pre-52 design from under the hood next to that. Yeah, there you go. Anyway, guys, that's just the review of issues 1 to 3. When more of these things come out, I'll read them, review them. With the issues, I'll do them in batch reviews, because the issues are really too short to justify their own single review. And also with these ones anyway, they're so early on, I don't really have any massive opinions on them yet. Okay, other than the one thing Jason did, I think they betrayed Jason quite well in this. I think we're going to get a version of the Red Hood in this that we've been wanting for some time, but haven't been getting. But I do like some of the things they did with the New 52 version of Red Hood. I'm not saying it was a bad version of the character, and at times you did have that pre-52 element sink in, but not as frequently as it is here. The pre-52 influence here is pretty heavy, if you ask me. But that's just my personal opinion. Guys, please let me know what you think about these 4 issues in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.